Another week, the second one of me trading my eval with Tradify. Yeah, for this week's goals, have to I want to take trades according to my plan, and yeah, not really much else. I just hope that maybe I can make up, make back a little bit of the drawdown I put myself into last week. If not all of it, then maybe at least some, maybe like half. But I guess we'll see how that goes. On Monday, it was a no trade day as after open market just rallied higher. Yeah, I wanted to see a sweep of uh, this important level, these London lows. But yeah, market just rallied, went through a lot of a lot of things. This fair value gap, this order block, and around here after it continued to rally, after it was continuing to rally, I ended up closing the charts as yeah, I was not I was sure that I wouldn't get any sort of setup here. So yeah, really short day, only stayed like half an hour on the charts and no trades. So that makes it for Monday. On Tuesday, I finally took my first good trade on the eval, which ended up um, granting me about $700, 690 to be exact, but 684 after the commissions, I guess. So yeah, this was a really good trade, I'd say. We had these data highs, relative equal data highs here, which were made after New York Open. I was bullish, in case that wasn't clear, and I was looking for a sweep of maybe these data lows here, um, or these session lows, and perhaps even an entry into this hourly fair value gap, which was in the premium of this in the discount, sorry, of this range from here to here. So yeah, that did happen in the end. Just after making these relative equal highs, we swept both session lows and entered into the discount of this range and this hourly fair value gap. And after a structure shift, quite an aggressive one actually, I ended up entering on this 1 minute fair value gap here, which was in the just below the which started just below the first quadrant actually of this range. So just in the second quadrant of this range from this high to this low. And usually I look for discount fair value gaps, but seeing as this was a breakaway gap and the structure shift was quite aggressive, I settled on this one right here. And yeah, it went quite good. Little bit of consolidation here, consolidating up before we had this big volume candle which spiked price down, taking out all those orders probably that were being filled here. We went actually around halfway through my stop loss, but yeah, after it closed like this, I was pretty confident of it going up. And in the end, price hit my target, which were these 3 minute highs in the fourth quadrant of this range from here to here. I didn't want to target these relative equal highs because, from my experience, after news release and other news releases and price dumps goes down, the price I can't even formulate what I want to say. Um, the New York session following doesn't take out the highs made by the news release. So yeah, that's why I didn't target these relative equal highs and set my target a little bit lower to anything that wasn't these highs, and it ended up being these short-term highs made in the fourth quadrant. So yeah, fourth quadrant, fourth quarter, whatever you want to call it. I did in the middle of the trade around here. I did think, I was thinking that maybe I should increase my take profit by around 15 points in order for me to completely get out of the drawdown I had put myself in. But in the end, I decided that it would have been an emotional move. So I just ended up leaving my take profit here. And yeah, it worked out as you can see. So yeah, a really nice trade, really good confluences aligned perfectly. And yeah, good risk to reward as well. So that makes it plus $700. That means I'm only minus $100 for now. Wednesday was quite a rough day actually, and I'm disappointed in both the trade I originally took and what I did after. So let's start with the first thing, which was me taking this trade, and yeah, which was clearly a loss. And two things here, which I'm not proud about. Um, we were quite in a downtrend actually, seeing as how price was looking here, as you can see. And besides that, I'd say that maybe even more importantly, we had clear draws on liquidity here to the downside with this low, this low, this low, and this low. But yeah, in the end, I ended up taking a long here after sweeping out these lows and shifting structure, and yeah, going lower into this. This was a 2 minute fair value gap here. So that got quickly stopped out, as you can see. And yeah, but what I did after was even worse, as I revenge traded two times and took two trades. Yeah, this was a minus $400 loss, so a $400 loss. And after I got stopped out, I took two revenge trades, which made me back around 330, if I am right. So yeah, I ended the day only on minus 70, but to be honest, I should have blown my account there and then. And yeah, um, I don't know what I was thinking when at some point I entered in my second revenge trade. I entered with like 24 contracts, 24, and I targeted like 4 points. So yeah, that was really dumb of me, and I'm not proud at all for that. I think I was just unable to accept that I was wrong, seeing that on Tuesday I took a good trade, and I don't know, maybe I wanted to prove myself yet again or something. But yeah, proving myself today would have meant not taking any trade, as like I said, this the original one that I ended up taking wasn't good either. So yeah, I'm really disappointed with how today went. At least I can say that I got off easy, seeing as I only lost around $70. But yeah, I definitely didn't deserve to lose just that. Like I said, I deserve to lose the whole account right there. But I guess that I got lucky. So maybe, hopefully, next day will be better, and I am not going to be revenge trading anytime soon. If the trade doesn't work out, just close the damn charts and get off for the day. So on Thursday, I kind of disappointed myself yet again by taking this trade. And yeah, as you can see, this was a loss. Well, to be honest, it was it would have almost worked out if I had placed my stop loss just a little bit higher, like so, and then it would have worked out. But the problem with it wasn't my stop loss, was the direction I was taking the trade in, since I wanted to be bullish. And yeah, um, that wasn't a trade in my desired direction. We had quite clear liquidity draws to the upside. We had taken these triple equal highs, but we had these highs right here. And as for the downside, the draws to the downside, we had these lows here. And yeah, these were basically the whole draws and this hourly fair value gap, which to be honest, I probably would have wanted to see a sweep below that and a reaction afterwards, maybe even a fill of this hourly fair value gap. But yeah, that did count, but I wouldn't have been able to enter even if I had waited for this trade setup to happen, since this wouldn't have offered me my full setup and wouldn't have met my full criteria. But yeah, this was kind of an impulsive trade. Actually wasn't even my idea. It was stolen from someone else. So yeah, a loss. And yeah, I just I can just say that I'm disappointed. And not to mention, even worse after that, I revenge traded one time. I took a revenge trade, which kind of an exaggerated one with a lot of size. And I did exactly what I said on Wednesday that I wasn't going to do again, which was revenge trading, and I'm even more disappointed in that. But on Friday, I think I'll probably take a break, or unless there's a perfect A plus setup, everything looks fine, then I won't take any trade. I need to kind of have a reset for myself for and prepare for the next week. On Friday, just like I said, it was a no trade day as I took a break, but I did look a bit at the charts to see if by some way an A plus setup did appear, and it didn't. I was still bullish, and yeah, I was perhaps looking for a sweep of these London lows, then turn higher to take out some of these highs right here. But yeah, price just dumped lower after taking out these London highs, and then it started reversing around here, but it sort of just ended up in this range right here till market closed. So yeah, really boring day, no trades obviously, and at least just a calm day to end of the week. To recap, yeah, so quite a lot of stuff has happened this week. I ended up taking three trades, I'd say, but besides those, I revenge traded a couple times, like you saw on Wednesday and Thursday. Yeah, the only actually good trade I'd say was the one on Tuesday where I won that those $700, around $700. But yeah, the other trades, especially the one on Wednesday, wasn't that bad, but the trend and the context was missing, I'd say. And the one on Thursday was, like I said, not my idea, and I just copied it from someone else. And yeah, not to mention the revenge trading, which obviously wasn't good. But yeah, I ended off the week with plus $300 from last week, so I'm only down $500 on my eval so far. Yeah, I should have ended probably around minus 100, but due to my revenge trading and my lack of context on Wednesday and Thursday, I ended up losing another $400. So yeah, at least I'm up for the week, but I do have stuff that I definitely need to improve on for the next week to come, and I hope that I will be able to improve on that stuff and maybe just take trades that follow my plan all the way through. So yeah, let's see then what happens.